Did someone say they have a question? I have a question. Do you have a question? We all have questions. Questions of the week, baby. Question numero uno. Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah, not gonna lie, yeah. I used to like...
What? Tell
I
the
stole...
story.
Well, I'm trying to think of like the worst thing I stole. And I definitely would steal like little Band-Aids out of like the Band-Aid boxes if I needed one. Like I would never buy the whole box of Band-Aid. I would just go take one or two out. I think in high school I stole like makeup. I'm one of the reasons why the security cameras are there in each aisle. Mom, please don't kill me. Yeah, but never anything like big or bad. My sister stole an iPod from a girl one time. That was pretty fucked up. That was fucked.
Yeah, that's fucked. Okay, so one time when I was little, we were in like this cool science store that was near my elementary school, and there was like this like cool like lava timer thing. It was like a normal timer that like the sand timers, but it was with lava. And like my mom handed it to me, and like I thought that meant that she bought it for me, and I was like in a stroller or something. So I just like kept it with me in the stroller. She didn't buy it for me. So I like technically stole that, and then she had to go back the next day and pay for it. But I like loved that thing. I was like, this is so cool. And then the other time that I stole something, it was in like there was like this diner thing on my campus that had like hamburgers and chicken fingers and all this stuff. But like you could get the hamburgers and chicken fingers, you could either pay for it, or if you had a meal plan with the school, it would be like considered a meal. So you could just like swipe for it as a meal. So one time I like got the chicken fingers or whatever, and I like asked them to swipe for it as a meal, but they charged my account like $8 for it. So I stole $8 in snacks.
Yeah, you were hungry. You had to feed yourself.
Yeah, I just felt like it was fair.
They make so much money at school lunches, though. I mean, like, honestly, those dining dollars or dining passes were, like, they're a rip-off.
Okay, question 2. Have you ever cheated on a guy?
You went straight for the...
She's, like, avoiding the question. She's like, we're never going to question 2.
I wouldn't say cheated. I had the habit of extending and delaying the breakup process in relationships where maybe the last couple of months or year, I'm not in it. Like, I'm totally been wanting to break up for a long time, or like maybe was interested in someone else, emotionally cheating. But I mean, it's definitely like bad enough. Like, and this was multiple times too. This wasn't just like one boyfriend. Yeah. It's just like emotionally, it's like, just end it. Like, just end it if you're not there. And that way it's not considered anything else.
I agree. For me, so I've only ever had one boyfriend, and it was when I was in freshman year. Yeah, I was in freshman year of college. He was a senior, and then he graduated. And, like, of course, this was, like, my first love. Like, I was so obsessed with him. It was also the first guy that I ever slept with. And, like, I was literally just, like, obsessed with him. So, he was also from Miami, too. And, like, we broke up before school ended. But then, like, in Miami over the summer, we were both there. And I was like, babe, please. Like, I was like, this is the love of my life. Like, I'm gonna marry him. Like, please be with me. And he was like, no, like, I'll only be with you if it's, like, an open relationship. It's either, basically, he gave me the ultimatum, it's either an open relationship or no relationship. And me being, like, the love-struck, like, 19-year-old that I was like, okay, let's do an open relationship. What I had no intention of like being open or anything, but I was just like, whatever. So then I go back to school. And then, of course, I'm surrounded by all these boys, frat boys everywhere. And I get a call. I don't want to be in an open relationship anymore. Like, we're either together or we're not together. And I was like, no. You chose to have an open relationship, so that's the way that it's staying. So in his head, though, I do think that he thought that we were in a committed thing. But in my head, I was like, fuck you. Like, you're the one that, like, put this whole open relationship thing on the table in the first place. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And then, of course, I was, like, making out with guys all the time because I was in college. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Study, make out.
But other than that, no.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's bad. The third question, have you ever talked to two guys at once? 1,000% yes.
Yeah, I feel like that can kind of fall in place of two, like not really putting your eggs all in one basket in the talking phase. But as long as the other person knows about it and you're not like exclusive, then I think it's okay. I just always assume the guy's talking to someone else too. That way.
Yes, I think that the rule of thumb is until you're single until you're not.
Yeah. Anybody want to date this? I can't wait. I can't wait for these videos or pictures to come out. I didn't even think about how to take all his feathers out, but
if you were stranded on an island, what would you choose to take with you?
Ooh, immediately I want to say my cat, but then I know at some point it's going to come down to immediate like hunger and this starvation that takes over, and do you eat your cat or not? So I'm not going to take my pet because I don't want to have to answer that question. Maybe like snorkeling gear.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think I'd bring a lighter.
Honestly, I don't know how to do flint and make fire this way.
Yeah, I have no idea how. That's why I would bring a lighter.
I would be fucked. We would be so screwed if we got stuck, if we did Naked and Afraid or Survivor.
Honestly, I'm like very good at surviving things. I'm like I'm a survivor 1,000%. It's in my blood. My grandma was in the Holocaust. I am a survivor through and through. I feel like I would make it. I'm like so creative on random things.
Let's do, you know what? I'm gonna see if you're not all talk. Let's go camping and do.
I don't want to go camping. We could go glamping.
You would. I'm done. We can go glamping. That's so funny. Okay, question 5. What would be your stripper name?
Crystal Diamond Jewel.
Knew it. No one else knows why that's funny.
What would yours be?
Mine. So I actually have a stripper's license.
What?
I got it in Vegas for a bachelorette party. Went to this like class, and you do a class session, and if you're good, I guess they give you a license. And we're sitting there in line getting these little like an ID printed out, and you have to like register and stuff. And so I'm in line, and she goes, "Ma'am, what's your stripper name?" And I was like, oh, we gotta pick. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, think of something like, you know, where you lived, what do you like to eat, things. And I just said, my dog, Penny. I was like, call me Penny. And so my stripper name is literally Penny.
Oh my god.
Because it was my first dog. It was a golden retriever.
It's funny that you're also with like trading and pennies, and you trade the OTC, you trade the penny stocks.
I did trade penny stocks. It was a sign. I should have listened back then that I knew I was going to be like in the money business, just not in the stripper business.
Wait, this is such an interesting question. What is an unusual thing you are attracted to in a guy?
Yeah,
I need to think
I
about
know.
that.
I know what mine is.
What is it?
I like when a guy eats a lot. Like,
Oh, yeah, me too.
no idea why that's like a turn on. Like, I'm not necessarily like horny or anything, but it's like attractive. It's like, okay, you're a man and you're.
Dude, yes. I dated this one guy. His name, like, we called him the Persuasion because he was like this really stylish Asian guy. Like, my friends called him the Persuasion. This guy never ate. Never. And it made me so uncomfortable. I was like, I can't keep dating you. Even though you're, like, so stylish and good looking, I was like, this can't work out because you just, like, eat less than me. It's so unattractive. Like, I need a guy that eats more than me because I don't want to feel like I'm the man. I want to feel like I'm the girl. And I like to eat.
And I think that goes with, like, size, too. Like, I don't want to be bigger than the guy. Anyway, so, yeah,
Yes.
food-wise, like, don't watch me eat type deal.
Yes. I don't know what I'm attracted to in a guy that's unusual. Ooh, I do know. Okay, like, randomly, like, when a guy has, like, okay, not, like, super veiny arms, but, like, I'm low-key, like, attracted to, like, the veins that are, like, in their arms, like, here. I don't know why I think it's so hot.
That's the jerk-off muscle, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe I just like guys who beat it too much. I don't know.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do,
Sounded like you
guys.
just farted.
Oh, my mouth. Out of my mouth. If you boys have veiny arms, hit up the trading
Hit me
chick.
up.
Send us a picture on Twitter of your veiny arms.
Yeah, it's hot.
No, we're gonna get some weird pictures. That sounded bad.
Dude, I got a dick pic the other day and I was literally like, why?
You should send them one back.
That's funny. But then I don't want to open my DMs to people. Would you rather have $50 million or a pet dragon?
Dragon.
I'd take the 50 mil.
Hell no, 100% the dragon. I played World of Warcraft for years, and the whole goal is to, like, find this egg at, like, level 90, 99 to hatch a dragon and ride the dragon. What the
Just
heck?
Miami things.
Dude, I swear I've seen more cop cars here than, like, any city I've ever been in.
Dude, don't even get me started on New York. Someone was murdered 200 feet away from my apartment. Question number 8. Why did you choose NYC over Miami? I think that's to me, but we could also ask that to you on the flip side. I chose NYC because 1, it's the best place in the world. 2, best restaurants in the world. 3, literally just best everything in the world. Anywhere you are in the city, you can walk 1 block and get anything you want. If you want to find the most obscure thing, like if you're in the mood to just like find a bunch of pebbles, there's a pebble store. If you want to find like the most random things, there's a store for it. But that's not the reason why I moved here. The reason why I moved to New York is because I'm actually starting a company in New York. So I moved here to work on that, and just all of the other benefits are not deterring me at all.
Mm-hmm. And I love Miami. I mean, New York too. Well, shit, I just said Miami. I like both. I actually really enjoyed New York. New York is very... I think the inhabitants are more focused on stocks and trading from what I've just seen. And then Miami's like crypto capital. Like, it's crazy how many people do venture funds and are just into, like, you know, there's Bitcoin conference coming up. I'm speaking at Shitcoin conference. This is where you want to be if you're doing like Forex trading, any type of crypto stuff. And the warm weather is nice, but also like New York, you're finding the same type of people that are like-minded and driven and are just kind of go-getters and are striving to make as much money as possible. And I think I like that about both. So I'm still like indecisive on where I'm gonna live, but I know that I do like both places.
I mean, I also, I love Miami. Like, I'm from there. But you know what they call Miami? A sunny place for shady people.
Literally. Oh, okay. We'll see. I've been here 1 week. I'll let you know if I see like a bunch of weird people.
Okay, question number 9. What is it like dating as an entrepreneur? Do
you want to start or should I?
I could go real quick. I think it's hard because you're trying to find someone who is just as driven as you are and that you can have intellectual conversations with. Like, you don't want to be the only one talking about current news going on and finances and your passion for your work field or whatever it is. Technology, something. So I think it's hard, but there are people out there that are the same. And you might not even like to talk about that stuff, and that's fine. But that's just what I'm looking for as an entrepreneur, yeah.
So my thing with it, I agree completely with literally every single thing that you said. But another thing that's like really hard for me is I'm also at an age where I'm still trying to find exactly who I want to be. And I'm also at a point in my life where my schedule really doesn't have the flexibility to be around, to be molded to another person's schedule. I really need to be focused on myself and doing what I need to do to live the life that I am meant to live. And I don't know, to me, like a boyfriend, it's a constant struggle for me. A boyfriend, I don't know if it fits in the equation at the moment. But also I haven't met anyone, to your point, who is like fun. What I'm looking for is like a best friend who's super smart. I want a best friend who's super smart that I'm also attracted to. And it's very hard to come by. And I don't want to say that we're both like geniuses or anything, but I do think that kind of the more, I do feel like our pool is just smaller because we have such a more niche group of interests. But also I would probably be happy dating someone who's an artist or I don't know.
Like a doctor.
Or a doctor, but I don't know. Like they would have to be at least semi-interested in what I'm interested in, because I really don't like dating guys that have no clue about my world, because I want them to be my adventure buddy through and through.
And that's it, like dinners too. You want to be able to talk about, if you made a good trade at dinner or something big that happened in the market, or because we're up pre-market, we're up market open till market closes, and we're still doing stuff with stocks after trading hours.
Or someone who's just like interested in what technology is happening. Like, you don't even have to tell them about like the trade specifically, but like, oh, how cool is this? Like, Desktop Metal just acquired like this company for like the ear implant blah 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 bullshit, but like if they take interest into that type of stuff versus like, is it a guy that's just sitting around wanting to like drink beers with his friends and play video games and like is kind of dismissive of your ambitions and like your desires and like thinks it's weird that you're trying to like create content and all this stuff. Like, I don't want to date a guy that thinks like my ambition is weird or like unattractive.
Right.
So it's hard. It's definitely hard as an entrepreneur. How much money should you make monthly to do trading full time? That's such a tough question. Depends where you live. Depends how many people you support. It depends like a million different things. But I'd say whatever your monthly expenses are, double that.
Yeah, and I'm even going to say like triple that too, just in case we do go into like recession or downtrend and
rainy day.
People are really struggling making money, I'd say.
Rainy day 7. Number 11. What is the most important skill to be successful? I was thinking about this a lot, and I think that the most important skill to be successful is even when you don't want to do something, and even when you're feeling down about it, you approach it with a positive attitude, and you're just like, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. Like, we're just gonna do it. Literally Nike. Just do it.
I need more of that. Just do it. Just do it. I need more of that.
Just do it.
Mine would be motivation. I think that falls along with what you're talking about. So maybe communication, because I'm very big on networking. I think networking is so important and crucial during this day and age. So, I do think like a college education is fantastic. I love my degree. I don't think the company that I came out of college working for would have hired me if I didn't have that degree. But I do agree with the line of it's all about who you know, because the further I get along, not in my career anymore because now I'm a full-time trader, but it is about who you know. Like, I'm meeting people that are introducing me to other influential like leaders in the space.
Dude, I agree with that so much.
So I think that's super important as well.
We've met so many people, like, especially through Twitter, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful and proud of myself, even for, like, starting my Twitter account, is because I've met so many people just through Twitter that I would have never in a million years been able to, like, have even a meeting with had I just stayed in the corporate ladder. I mean, yeah, Blonde Broker is the best person that I've ever met. Come on. But, no, seriously, though, like, it really amazes me all the time. I'm a 24-year-old girl who has had access to probably the most influential people that exist in this planet, all because of Twitter. Literally because of Twitter, which is amazing. It's all who you know. We love you, Twitter. Thank you. Hi, everyone. We have a very exciting announcement for you today.
If we hit 100,000 subscribers by August 26th, one lucky fan will have a chance to hang with us in New York City.
It gets better. You won't be coming alone. You'll get to bring a friend.
We'll fly you both first class, stay in a dope hotel, and go on a double date.
With us at one of New York City's most exclusive restaurants. We will sugar mommy the whole thing.
We have fun activities planned for the entire weekend, including $5,000 to each of you in any currency you choose.
So hit the subscribe button, and we can't wait to see you in New York.